Michael Gin. Now, he's a new presenter on Eastern FM, and the two of us, along with many other presenters from this station, have been doing some media training at 3MDR Upway. They have kindly invited us to join them, and it's lovely to do some training with a friendly bunch of community radio enthusiasts. So while I was there, we recorded this interview, which I will play for you now. He's quite funny, and he's really a very interesting guy. So here it is. Hi, Michael. It's lovely to have you in today. This is Michael Gin. I'm going to be interviewing him on Radio Eastern this afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, Cathlyn. I'm very pleased to be here.
Thank you very much. Well, I believe you're one of the newest of our presenters on the show.
Brand new. From the 13th of April, I was newly accredited, and I'm so glad to be, because this has been a childhood dream to be a radio presenter.
Excellent.
And, so glad to be so welcomed into the Radio Eastern family.
Oh, that's really good. So what made radio presenting an attractive hobby for you?
Oh, well, we weren't allowed to watch much TV as kids. There was the Samurai and Superman and people jumping off buildings and World Championship Wrestling. So Mum and Dad always said, listen to the radio, music can't hurt. And we were a very musically inclined family. So I was very attracted to the voice in the box, okay? And it was just very mystical to me. And I thought, hey, gee, I'd like to do that too. That'd be awesome. But at that time, in the 60s and 70s, I am of Asian descent, very proudly though, and it's people who looked like me weren't on the radio or weren't in the media, really,
That's so
Cathlyn.
true, isn't it? Yeah. So you've had previous experience?
No, not in radio, but as a school teacher of 45 years, and I have the scars to prove it.
Yeah.
That's only a joke, Cathlyn. But I consider myself a voice professional, and dealing with children and parents, and being in middle management at high schools.
Well, you've had to do presenting in schools, virtually to the students, haven't you?
Absolutely, Cathlyn, and that's where my interest in theatre and musical theatre in particular, and in singing comes from. Being out there, and you may have even seen me on game shows. I've been in 5 Australian game shows in the last 2 years, and let's say I'm not a very shy and retiring person. I'm really full on. So glad to be at Radio Eastern.
Oh, that's good. So what sort of work training did you do with Radio Eastern? Was it who was your teacher there?
Oh, he was the ever-patient Graham Laurie.
Oh, really? Now he's another presenter, isn't he?
That's right. He does Going Home with Graham on the Mondays and Wednesdays. And very patient man. And I had, I think probably over 4 meetings of about 3 hours each. Excellent. And perhaps 3 dry runs on air. And then they let me loose on a nighttime slot. And I passed with flying colours. So committee of management, in their wisdom, put me onto a slot. And I just can't believe it. I fell into the Tuesday breakfast slot, which is, I'm still gobsmacked about, Cathlyn. I've got to say that. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. It's so good. So what do you prefer in your musical time slot? What sort of music do you like?
Well, I'm a child of the 60s. So 60s, 70s and 80s music resonates with me because, like music for most people, it's their milestones and markers in your life. And I had a very happy childhood growing up. I've had a very happy life. And the thing is that, music, say the British Invasion, Music Beat, Carole King, Frankie Valli. And you may have even seen me on Mastermind last year when I won the episode. I don't win many, folks, but I won the episode on Carole King. So I did my very best work there in answering questions about music.
Yeah. So do you like the musical side better with radio other than the radio presenting or interviews or new segments? Do you prefer the musical side of things?
Well, Cathlyn, I haven't really thought about it deeply enough because I'm just so new to the family and new to the profession. But I'd say what drives me is my knowledge of and appreciation of the 60s, 70s, 80s music. And, I've even named my show after my surname. It's called Just the Tonic. Hi, Michael Gin, and I've brought the gin, and I've also brought the tonic. And I hope that tonic lifts you and puts a smile on your die and a smile on your spring in your step.
Yeah.
So it certainly does me.
Yeah.
So 60s, 70s, 80s, hands down, Cathlyn.
Yeah. So how did you end up at Radio Eastern? I believe you got discovered by somebody.
Oh, yeah. It was like, a long story, but one of your very generous volunteers who works in the office, Anne, she saw me shopping in the Mitcham shops. Oh. And I'd just been on ABC Hard Quiz where I'm the expert on, where's that, Doc? Bugs Bunny. Yeah, so she said, oh, you're Bugs Bunny, and I think that you're really funny, and you're a singer too. And I thought, well, I can't deny that, Anne. Okay. Well, she said, would you like to be on radio? I said, Anne, you are a godsend, because that was my boyhood dream. So here I am.
Good on it. Good on you, Anne. Getting him to join the group. Yeah, you're
wonderful, Anne. Thanks so much.
And I believe you sing too.
Oh, yes, I am a singer of note. Yeah. Yes, I sing for a number of choirs. I'm a choral tenor, which doesn't mean to say that I sing to dried bits of submerged calcium. So, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay, but yes, I sing. I've sung on ships and as a guest artist, and I've sung in concerts. I sang 4 concerts just last weekend. Yeah. And did radio in between.
Wow, so, that's amazing. Can you give us an example? Yeah. Or just a little bit?
I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right, I need you, baby, to all my lonely night. Is that enough? Yeah. Oh, thanks, Catherine. So a lot of people would applaud when I leave, when I actually walk out.
No, not at all.
Oh, you're wonderful.
No, that's brilliant. Well, look, it's been wonderful talking to you, Michael, and I will see you around the radio station, and I hope you have a wonderful career with radio presenting.
And may I say, Cathlyn, that I've listened to your shows, and your voice is so smooth and velvety and welcoming, and I could listen to you for hours.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the interview, and I look forward to meeting all of my colleagues at Radio Eastern, and because I hope to be here for many years.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks. Thanks, Cathlyn.
So that was the very funny and interesting Michael Ginn. And you can catch his show on Tuesday mornings. I think it's from the 1st of July, and that's from 7 a.m. until 9. So please listen in to him. I'm sure he'll bring a really entertaining show.
Pellegrino's fresh fruits have ingredients straight from the farm to